Now, you might know that the channel name is called Guild Rumble TCG, but what exactly is Guild Rumble TCG, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you did. Guild Rumble TCG is a game that me, some of my friends on Discord have been working on for the past few months, and I think it's been turning out all right. Right now, it is currently in the extreme alpha state. Still need to get everything worked on, play tested out of the way, make sure there's no problems with everything. Which leads us to today's video, which is spoilers for the game. And disclaimer, all of these spoilers, these are all not finished product. None of these are the final designs of the cards whatsoever, because there are a lot of problems, especially with the art, which all of these I believe I did myself, which would say something, but the art is not final. Like for the first card that I will show you, the art, there's someone who did it way better, and they want their art on the card instead. So that is the going to be the thing that's going to happen from now on. So let's get right into it. Oh, real quick, I'm sorry if you do not know the rules of this already, because I will not be making a rules video until we get all the cards on Untap, sadly, because it's going to take a while to get at least one deck on Untap before I can make the entire rules list, because, as I said, this is extreme alpha. Not many cards like that are known to the public right now. So I suppose let's also another thing. I will have to explain some of the mechanics of the game in order for you to get the context of why these cards are pretty good and why you should care about it if you want to play this game. With also that, in the description is going to be the link to the Discord server. Please join that. The first 35 people to join the server will get their own custom card made. Now, I'm doing this because I want to thank all the people that helped me with the server, get it up and running, help me do everything. So if you want your own card, you better you better join the server, because there's only like 10 slots left, so you better do that while the slot is still available. Moving on to our first card of the list, we have here Lemony Scarlet. Currently, when I asked my Discord server whether this card was good or not, the majority, well, I guess I said that I asked what card was the best currently that I showed them. And it was this guy. Lemony here was the best character that they all thought was the best. And definitely, I would say that he is currently the best out of all the cards previewed, mainly because he's not very situational. You can use him whenever you want, and he's still good no matter what. So I guess so. He is a special rarity card, which is the orange here. That means you can only play one of them in a deck, kind of like Hearthstone's legendary rule. And he costs 1 gem, which is the currency, like Magic the Gathering mana or Chaos Galaxy Stars. He's a summon, which is like a creature, and he has 1 power, which, if you notice, he only has 1 power. That's because in this game, there is only one stat, power. There's no defense, no healing, no health stat at all, just power. His impact, which is the ability that triggers when it is played, is draw 2 cards. If you don't have a special rarity card in hand, reveal your hand, then search your deck for a special card and put it into your hand. Then discard 2 cards. So, let me analyze why this card is as good as it is. So, first, you get to draw 2 cards. Every game where you get to draw cards with no downside is pretty good, no matter what game you're in. Let's take Guuk, for example, in Chaos Galaxy. I have strong opinions of Guuk, but you can't deny that it's a very good draw engine. Lemony Scarlet at worst, I suppose, is a very good draw engine. But then, at best, you can search your deck for any special card you need. Like if you build a combo deck based around a certain card, that is very good for you if when you can search out the cards you need. So this card overall is the best. I might have to make changes to the health just because of how good overall the health. Like even if it is just one power, that's still extremely good. I might have to make it 0 power just to be safe if the tests and play testing turns out that it has to be the case. Next up, we got the Quirpaloid's first special card, Felix on Shroud. Whenever you search, gain +2 power. Now, searching is a mechanic where you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, you pick one, put it into your hand, and then discard the rest. And if you do that enough times, this guy gets gigantic. And it is pretty good. I've made a whole playtesting deck and paper around this. I'm not able to put it on untap because I made the cards by hand, so they're really bad looking, and they don't look professional at all. So I'm not going to be able to do that, put the whole deck on untap right away. But this card, pretty good. And especially good with Snicket, because in a search deck, you generally aren't going to be running many special cards, I would think. Not the one I'm running, at least. So Felix, very good card for that cost. And I hope he sees play. Next up on the list, we got Cryo. Sorry. Cryo, his impact is your opponent draws a card. Now, in this game, there is no such thing as summoning sickness. So, creatures' summons can attack the turn they are played. This is very good if you know any game. So, Cryo basically is free damage, pretty much, at the expense of your opponent getting an extra card in their hand. But that extra card is still really good. Even if it helps them a little bit, it's still a tempo play that you can push your opponent out with. And it's gonna probably be pretty good. Next up on the list, we got Old Man Cryo in Terium. Now, Old Man Cryo is pretty good, and let's say, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot to say this sooner. But in this game, there are 5 guilds: Quirpaloids, Terium, Zapranian, which is what Cryo is, Sanctum Combine, and Garrock. Those are the 5 guilds. Plus, Snicket is a no guild, which can be played in any deck. But it's kind of like Hearthstone, where you can only play a certain guild in a deck. So, I'm sorry, I just had to get that out of the way real quick, since I forgot to say it sooner. So, Cryo here, he makes a 1-power soldier in any row when he comes into play. You'll know more about that when you read the rules, which are in the Discord. Please follow it. And you treat him like a one gem summon, which means you treat this guy like he costs only 1 gem instead of 4 gems. That does not mean he costs 1 gem. It means he still costs 4 gems, but you treat him like he costs 1 gem. Now, once more cards come out, you will see why that is very powerful. But in the meantime, with all the cards released, he is pretty subpar. He's basically 4 power for 4 mana, which is pretty good, but not amazing. And next we move on to the Garrock Boom Shaker. Now, this card is a combo card, if we're being honest here. I built this card because I was like, okay, I don't want Quirp to have all the combo. Who else needs combo? Well, not Garrock, but I put it in Garrock anyway, just because I wanted to. So the Boom Shaker is a spell. The next card you play costs 1 gem less for each special rarity card in your discard. If that card would cost 0 gems, repeat this effect up to 3 times. So let's say you have 4 special rarity cards in your discard, right? So you play a 4 gem thing. Then you get to play another 4 gem thing. And then another one. And then you're done. That is very powerful. You basically get up to 3 free spells. Free spells are really good, especially in a game based around aggro. Well, I mean, I guess not based around aggro, but it's gonna be pretty fast, I assume, when all the cards come out. But the Boom Shaker seems to be very good, and this is actually an art that I really like a lot. It just needs to be finalized and whatever. But Boom Shaker, 8 gems for this effect, special rarity itself, so it it doesn't trigger itself, but it's very good. And final card for today is the Sanctum Combine's unique rarity, Ringing Bells. Sadly, we don't have a Sanctum Combine special card ready yet. Otherwise, I would have used that instead. But we got Ringing Bells. It is 2 gems for a spell. Switch your deck for a summon that costs 2 or less and put it into your hand. Now, it's a tutor, is what it is. You can use this to get. You can use it to get Lemony. You can use this to get other Sanctum Combine cards that are going to be coming in the future. It's a very good card, and I have no doubt it'll actually see play. But is for now it is very good, and I hope you do it. Anyway, that is the end of the video, guys. Please follow me on Gilram on Twitter at GilramTCG. Join the Discord again in the link below. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell for any notifications that you might want. And to be final, this game again, early alpha, not going to come out probably for another year or two until we get all the cards and everything done. But if you do want to purchase this game, it probably be available on the Game Crafter sometime. And I hope you guys will like it and play it on untap.in. And I hope you guys enjoy. Anyway, this has been Sylvan Advocate for Guild Rumble TCG, and have a good day.